you want to see my tattoo?
Well, a few years back, I lost my mother to cancer, and around the same time, just coincidentally, a woman named Sherry came in who was referred to me just by, I think, another client, and she just had kind of a unique request, and she explained that she had a double mastectomy, advanced breast cancer and reconstruction, and she wanted a black lace bra tattoo, and she brought in one of her favorite bras. It was kind of an inspiration for me. And I guess it's not really too far off from the sort of designs I'm working on right now. Throughout that process, I could see just what a positive impact my work was having for Sherry. And she kind of explained it to me that she felt like she had gotten her sexy back. It just changed her self-esteem. It changed how she interacted with her husband and just her confidence just in everyday life with her children, her grandchildren, and everything. And she's just a really great woman. I guess throughout my career, I've always been really open to taking on challenging things or doing something different. I've always been taught that I needed to be really diverse in my abilities and my style. So I've just always been into taking on challenging projects. P.ink is a group that's headed up by a guy named Noel Franis, and they're based out of Boulder, Colorado. This year was the third annual P.ink Day on October 10th, and like I said, this year it was 13 cities and 48 survivors that were tattooed that day. And in addition to doing the event on October 10th, they established a fund where people can donate and finance tattoo work like this for women like Coco. Coco's tattoo is funded by P.ink.
All $2,500 of it. It's worth every penny.
Well, they funded part of it, and I donated some more time on top of it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just started bawling after our first session. I just couldn't believe it. I looked in the mirror and I saw beauty where there was ugliness. It was just amazing. And here I am again. And I did my routine mammogram. And it was taking a little longer than I had thought it should take. And that's when they told me that they had something suspicious and they wanted to go ahead and do a biopsy. And that's how I found out through a routine mammogram that I had breast cancer. So you go through the nightmare of having the needle biopsies and all the biopsies, and they tell you, this is how many chances you have if you do that and you do this. And I was thinking about it, and my oncologist, and I'll never forget this, he says, "Look, lady, I'm trying to save your life." He says, "You've got to decide what you want to do." And pretty much that, it woke me up and said, if you're taking one breast, you're taking the other. And we did, and I had 3 surgeries to remove it. I had plastic surgeon, I had implants, expanders put in, had them filled. And then I was blessed to have a beautiful surgeon who did a fantastic job of what he had to work with. And here I am. That was in 2005, so it's been a 2-year period, less than a 2-year period, I had 5 major surgeries.
Wow.
And I kind of lost it, and luckily I had family and friends who pulled me through it, and I can't say enough about the people around me. They were just like angels sent to me. And then I found Shannon 8 years later, and still alive, thank God. I rock.
In addition to all the shading that I've already done on this section in these areas on the inside, I'm going to do an additional lace pattern and some really light shading.
I'm an 8-year survivor, so it was like a year after I saw this woman, and she had her whole chest done, and I'm like, oh man, if I could hide these scars somehow, I would have loved it. And I just kept wishing, one day it'll happen, one day I'll find some, because there was no one in San Diego that did this. And I told my husband, well, one day we're gonna find somebody, or something's gonna happen, and then everything's gonna change. And we found Shane through Facebook, and then Shane and Tony called me and say, hey, you know, if you want, it's fully funded and you just have to come in here. And I said, I am there. And I walked in and Shane had this design and it just blew my mind. Tony found it on the website and they did a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and before you know it, they came up with this. And the plastic surgeon sent me to get my nipples and areola done, and that just faded out. Just like it wasn't even there. So I could never have them. But this is my very, very first tattoo. And it's a whopper.
That's a great word to describe.
It's a whopper. The artist that he is, I can't explain it. It's something that I could never imagine myself, but he came up with this design.
We were inspired by a lingerie maker in Rome, and looked at everything from lingerie to figure skating outfits to just Google imaging lace patterns, and from there I just came up with several references and designed this.
Wow. It's just like, wow. I've always wanted the black lace bra. I think it's so sexy to have a black lace bra.
It is, right?
Isn't it?
It is.
I have pictures of me in a black lace bra before I got sick. And I think that's just the sexiest thing a woman could wear.
Something about lace, I think.
It is true. And black lace?
Yeah.
Like, it rocks. It really rocks. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's what I wanted. That's I said, that's what I want to do.
So I hope that this video or this post inspires other people to seek this out as an option for covering their mastectomy scars in a method of healing.
Oh, what can I say? Check it out. They move and I flex. It's like Shane's kind of pushing down.